Hello everyone, let's get started with our practice. We'll begin in child's pose, sitting back towards your heels and folding forward into your mat. Let's start with 3 cleansing breaths. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your back body. Open your mouth, let it go. 2 more, deep breath in and out. And final one here, in and out. Grounding down into your mat and setting an intention for your practice. Let's peel forward into tabletop position onto all fours, drawing knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Spread your fingers wide and inhale, drop your belly for cow, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, round your back for cat. Inhale, cow, drop your belly. Exhale, cat, round your back. Take a few more rounds of this at your own pace, starting to warm up your spine. And taking just one more round here. Inhaling into a flat back, and exhale to tuck your toes under, lifting your knees and your hips high, coming into downward facing dog, this upside down V shape. Begin to pedal out your legs, bending through one knee, followed by the other a few times, loosening up through the backs of your legs. Take any other movement that feels good in this first downward facing dog. And in a few breaths from now, just slowly start to make your way into stillness. As you start to find your way to stillness, really pushing through those hands to send the hips up and the chest back towards your thighs. Take a deep breath in. A full breath out. Inhale, come up onto your toes, look forward. Exhale, let's tippy toe walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Bringing our feet about hip width distance apart. Inhale, hands to shins, lifting halfway to lengthen. And exhale for a deep fold into our ragdoll. You can hold on to opposite elbows, taking a generous bend into the knees, and gently sway your upper body from side to side, releasing any tension you may be holding. Letting some of those thoughts pour out of your mind from the day. And slowly starting to find your way to stillness in this posture. As you're ready, release your grip, hands towards toes, and we'll slowly, very slowly, begin to roll our way up to standing, rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. As we come up to the top, we'll meet in mountain pose, rolling those shoulders back and down as we shine the palms to face forward, opening up through the chest and lengthening down through the tailbone. Inhale, begin to sweep your arms out and up for the sky, reaching overhead. And exhale to swan dive down, folding inward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms and step back into plank pose. In your plank pose, stack your shoulders over your wrists, zip up your quadriceps, and pull energy into your core as you lengthen your tailbone back towards your heels. Energy reaching out through the crown of your head, and inhale, press your heels forward, coming onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend your elbows and start to lower down in a long line. You can always use your knees to come down with more control. Finding your belly as you untuck your toes, plant through the tops of your feet, and inhale, slightly rise your chest off the ground, coming into baby cobra. Roll your shoulders back, option to hover your palms an inch off of the ground as well. Slight tuck of your chin and inhale, maybe a little extra lift through the back of the heart. As you exhale, release your hands and chest to the mat. Tuck your toes under. Inhale to press up either through knees or full plank pose. Exhale lifts your hips high, pressing you back into your downward facing dog. We'll inhale to sweep our right leg for the sky, three-legged dog. And exhale to bend our right knee, letting our hips stack open. Take a full breath here, stretching. And then inhaling to extend that right leg high, square the hips. Exhaling your right knee to nose, rounding your back for cheetah. Inhale, stretch it up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale to step your foot between your hands. Staying tucked under those back toes, inhale, rise up, reach up, high crescent lunge, palms facing inward. Exhale, relax your shoulders and see if you can sink down through the hips just a little bit more, feeling that stretch through the front of the left hip crease at that left hip flexor. Inhale, reach up a little bit taller. And as you exhale, release the hands down and step back into your down dog. Inhaling your left leg high this time, three-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee and stack open your hips like this big yawn open of the hips for a full breath in and out. Inhaling to extend your left leg square off your hips and exhale for one cheetah, drawing knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale to step your left foot between your two hands, rising up into your high crescent lunge. Inhaling to reach the arms by the ears. Staying here as you exhale, maybe sinking down through those hips just a little further, feeling that right hip flexor stretch. Inhale here at the top. And as you exhale, let's plant the hands and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Exhale to step or lightly hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, rise halfway and lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Find a soft bend in your knees, a flat back, and inhale to reverse swan dive, rising up to stand, reaching overhead. And exhaling your hands to heart center. Let's take our hands and interlace the fingers so that the pointer finger goes towards the sky. And inhale, rise the arms up by the ears. Staying here, exhale to side bend to your right side. Inhale back through center a little taller, and then exhale, side bend to your left side. Inhale back through center a little taller. Exhale, take the hands behind the back. Interlace fingers there. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, soft bend of the knees, fold forward, belly to thighs. Drop your head down, but give those shoulders a little lift up off of your ears, creating this open chest positioning. Inhale and exhale. Slowly begin to release the grip, hands towards toes, and inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, palm the mat to step or hop back, taking that vinyasa flow from high to lower push-up. Inhale, the heart sweeps through into cobra or upward dog. And exhale to tuck under or roll over the toes as you press back, downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep your right leg high for three-legged dog. Exhale, steps your right foot between your two hands, pivoting your back heel down at 45 degrees for warrior one. Inhale to rise your arms up, reach up. Exhale to take your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Inhale, rise your heart to the sky. Exhale, humble warrior to fold forward, allowing the top of your head to come towards the ground. Release your grip. Inhale, reach for the sky, warrior one. Exhale, let's peel open into warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. You can adjust the feet a couple inches wider as you bend your front knee at 90 degrees. Inhale to reverse your warrior, sweep your right hand high, stretch your right side body, and exhale to windmill those hands down, finding your vinyasa flow. One leg, two leg, whatever feels good, meeting in downward facing dog. As you've made it, let's inhale the left leg high, three-legged dog, and exhale to step the left foot between the two hands, pivoting the back heel down at 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise the arms up, reach up, warrior one. Exhale to take those hands behind the back, interlace fingers, and inhale to rise up through the chest. As you exhale, humble warrior to fold forward, hovering over or dipping to the inside of that left thigh. Inhale. Maybe sinking a little deeper as you exhale. And then releasing your grip and inhaling to rise the arms up, reach up, warrior one. Exhale to open up into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep that left hand up and back, side body stretching. Exhale to windmill your hands down and take a one or two leg vinyasa flow. From our down dog, let's inhale our gaze forward. To exhale, step or hop those feet to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, deeper fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reaching overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Bring your big toes together to touch, heels an inch or two apart. Bend your knees, dip your fingertips low, and inhale to rise up into chair pose. Exhale to sink the hips a little bit lower as you hug the inner thighs towards one another. Inhale in this chair pose. And as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. And if you'd like, you can take a crow pose on your way to your vinyasa, planting your hands and looking forward of you to glue your knees above your elbows and lean forward to possibly lift one foot or both away from the ground. Step or hop back when you're ready, finding your flow to meet in downward facing dog. Use your next inhale to sweep your right leg high for three-legged dog. And as you exhale, step your right foot between your two hands for high crescent lunge. Keep your back toes tucked. Inhale to rise your arms up, reach up. Gaze ahead of you. Exhale, warrior three. Fly your wings back, your heart forward. Take flight off your back foot. Inhale, find a little bit of length here. Exhale, see if you can maintain the balance, keeping that gaze over the bridge of your nose and working to keep your hips level. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, release your hands down towards the ground for a standing split. You might inhale, slightly halfway lift and lengthen, and exhale for a deeper fold over that standing right leg. You can take your right hand behind your right calf if you would like, or for more balance challenge, maybe both hands behind that calf. One more breath here. Release your grip. Plant those palms for some optional handstand hops along the way to your vinyasa. So if you're hopping, you could work on getting your shoulders over your wrists and eventually hopping your hips over your shoulders. Taking your flow when it calls to you and meeting back in downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll inhale that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale to step the foot between the two hands. High crescent lunge as we inhale, we rise up, reach up. Gaze out in front of you. Exhale, fly the heart forward, the wings back, coming off your back foot for your warrior three pose. Keeping those hips working to be level to one another so they're squared to the mat. Gaze over the bridge of your nose, your breath flowing through. One more here. Inhaling as you are, and exhaling to release the hands down for a standing split. You might inhale, halfway lift, make a little bit more space. To exhale, really fold over that left standing leg. Just the option to wrap your left hand behind your calf, or even if you want more balance challenge, perhaps both hands behind your left calf. For another breath in and out. Inhale, look a little forward. To exhale, plant those palms for optional handstand hops along the way to your Vinyasa flow. So we'll meet in our downward facing dog whenever that time comes for you. From down dog, let's inhale and sweep the right leg high, three-legged. Exhaling for pigeon, draping right shin forward on the mat. As you start to lower your back knee, maybe you scoot it back an inch or two or slide it back if it will go, just to find a little bit more space to stretch. Inhale, nice proud open chest, and exhaling to fold forward, resting over top of your elbows. Maybe you can make a pillow with your hands and rest a little bit closer to the ground. It's really up to you and your body. Taking a few breaths into this outer right hip stretch, just clearing, cleansing, breathing some life force energy into the space. And one more breath here. Slowly beginning to press up through those hands. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee, and we'll step back into down dog. As we've made it, let's pedal those legs out, bending one knee and the other. And then from here, as you're ready, we'll inhale that left leg high for the sky. And exhale to send it through into pigeon on this side, so that left shin to drop down to the mat. You might scoot or slide the back knee a little further back as you untuck the back toes. Inhale, nice proud open chest. To exhale, fold forward. Perhaps you rest on your elbows or make a pillow with your hands. Taking a couple more breaths into this left hip here. And one more breath in and out. Slowly beginning to press up onto those palms. We're going to have a seat on the left hip and sweep the right leg around to meet the left, coming into a sitting position. In this seated position, walk the feet to the floor, bending the knees towards the sky. We'll lean back slightly to find a balance point on our hips as we lift the feet off of the floor. Seeing if we can lift up through the chest and straighten out our back here in boat pose. You can hold your thighs or reach your hands forward for more challenge. Inhale, working on lifting the chest. Exhaling on working on bringing those knees together and in towards the chest. If you want a little bit more here, you can work on extending your legs or lifting your feet any amount. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhaling here. And as we exhale, let's come into half boat or hollow body. So we'll extend the legs forward, roll back over the tailbone, and lower towards those middle to upper vertebrae, just hovering over the mat for 5. Give it all you got. This is the last little bit of core here. 4, 3, 2. See if you can find an inhale. And as you exhale, carefully lay your body onto your mat. Bend your knees, walk your feet flat onto the floor, and take your palms to face down beside your hips as you draw heels in toward fingertips. Slowly press through those feet and rise the hips off of the floor, finding your bridge pose. Making sure that the thighs stay parallel to one another so that the knees are not splaying any wider than the hips. push your feet through the floor. And if you want a little bit more here, you can interlace your fingers underneath you and roll or tuck one shoulder underneath you, followed by the other. Pressing the chest towards the chin and trying to keep our head still so that our neck doesn't feel compromised. Taking 2 more breaths. And gently releasing your hips towards the floor. As you are ready, you can bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open out into a butterfly shape, resting one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. We'll monitor the pathway of our breathing here for a few rounds of breath. However, if you're feeling called to taking another back bend, please feel free to do so in this time. If we're laying on the back, just following that breath in to the belly and out of the belly. Feeling this nice sense of pause. And one more belly breath. Slowly here, releasing. We'll start to bring those knees together and into the chest. Opening our arms out to a T beside us. And dropping the knees over to the right side, finding a reclined twist. You may like to use your right hand to hold your knees down, or even extend your top leg and reach for your foot. Gently turning your head to the left side and taking a couple of breaths here. With bent knees and the head back to center, we'll inhale those knees back through center as well, and exhale to let them land to the left side. You may like to use your left hand to hold your knees down, or even extend your top leg and reach for your foot as you gently let your head fall over to the right side, and taking a couple of breaths here. And with both knees bent and the head back to center, we can inhale those knees back to center as well. Taking any final pose that's calling to you here before we close off this practice. So anything goes. You're welcome to even pause the video if you need any more time here. We're going to meet in our final resting pose. Optional to extend those legs out long and let the arms rest beside your body with your palms facing up, or taking any pose of rest for you. We'll close this practice in a few moments from now, so just enjoying a few final moments of stillness and quiet. As you're ready, you can draw a deep breath in through your nose and fill all the way up. Open your mouth, release with an audible sigh. Stretch your arms back behind you, your legs in front of you for a full body wake up stretch. And then bend your knees and gently roll over onto your right side. reminding yourself of your intention or just being grateful that you've taken this time out of your day to be present. We'll slowly begin to press our way back up, finding a comfortable sitting position. Gathering hands together in prayer in front of your heart and bowing your head towards your heart, honoring yourself and your body. Thank you so much for sharing the energy of this practice with me today. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light within you. Namaste.